A students, they end up working for C students for a reason that A students don't understand. More than 50% of Fortune 500 CEOs graduated from non-elite schools or with average grades, but at least those are B and C students. Then there are some people who you've been looking down at your whole life and they are making a killing. And we know it pissed you off, right? 86% of millionaires had a GPA lower than 3.5. They never understood why you studied so hard, and you never understood how they got rich. So let us explain. Here are 15 reasons why dumb people get rich. Welcome to Alux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Number 1. They have a delusional belief that they're meant to do great things. And they're out to prove people wrong, okay? No matter what they pursue, they have this extreme inner belief that the world needs to witness them. They don't believe the odds apply to them, so they go for it while you're on the sidelines yelling about how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. If reality actually is a simulation, then self-confidence is the cheat code. Society loves someone who wasn't supposed to win. They cheer for them all the time. Research repeatedly shows over 83% of new entrepreneurs believe their business will succeed, even though the actual failure rate of startups is around 90%. It's the same with people who become movie stars, singers, athletes, or professional streamers. While smart people overestimate the consequences and give in to peer pressure, dumb people simply swing more often. And there's a story here, but more on that at number 4. Number 2, because confidence gets you in more rooms than expertise. They are their own ambassadors. The world is noisy, okay, and the market doesn't know you exist. That is why the loudest puppy gets fed first. A long-term study across 45 years showed that self-confidence had a stronger correlation with career success than intelligence. In the long run, low intelligence with high confidence outperforms high intelligence with low confidence. Dumb people don't ask permission to walk into the room. No. If they get thrown out, they go right back in through the window or a back door. You succeeded in school because you were obedient. And look, it sucks to find out the real world values showmanship and standing up for yourself a lot more. Number 3. They don't take no for an answer, so they just won't quit. Turns out 80% of success is just showing up for a long time and following up until other people give in to your demands. 80% of all sales happen after the 5th follow-up. And persistence over time is a stronger predictor of long-term success than IQ, SAT scores, or talent. While smart people think of no as data and then give up, dumb people take it as an insult until you apologize and say yes. It's pretty ironic, but rejection breaks the smart and motivates the stubborn to a point where the universe eventually gives something to the person who refuses to leave. Number 4. They swing for the big win because they've got nothing to lose. Look, okay, dumb people never learn the odds, so they keep rolling until one dice shows a jackpot. We promised you a story, so here it is, okay? This will change the way you think about success and being rich from this day forward. So here's what success really is. Picture all the people in the world in a line next to a basketball court. The first person goes to the half-court line, grabs a ball, throws it, misses, and walks away. The next person does the same. Everyone is getting their shot, seeing if they'll make it. Then comes your turn. You grab the ball, say your prayers, throw, and you miss. Everyone in line laughs at your failure and boos you away, but you don't leave. No, instead, you grab another ball and you throw it again. You miss again, and the people in line are throwing a tantrum, booing, swearing, telling you to go F yourself and that you need to stop trying and just give up so they can have their shot. But you grab another ball, you throw, you miss again. Look, okay, success is not leaving that opportunity until you score, despite everyone around you hoping you'll quit so they can get their chance. That is what success really is. It doesn't matter how many people are waiting for their turn to throw or swing for the fences. Dumb people don't leave the plate until they hit, and you only need one good hit to make it big. Number 5, they copy-paste whatever worked last time or for other people. You don't have to reinvent the wheel to make money, okay? But smart people always think you need some extremely original idea that will change the world. Dumb people look at rich people and say, I'm gonna do what that guy does, but over here. And to your surprise, it works. Shocking that if something is successful somewhere, it could be successful somewhere else. Smart people think that copying others is beneath them, right? They've got an ego problem and can't accept that someone else might have figured it out or know better. That's why 70% of successful founders built businesses modeled after existing ones. That's why 80% of franchise businesses succeed versus around 30% of independent new businesses. Yes, okay, sometimes geniuses create the map in the first place, but dumb people are willing to follow it to the treasure. You laugh at them going to seminars or buying how to get rich books, but they're getting exposure to a world you know nothing about. In the process, they understand how money works and how the world works. They don't need to understand it deeply or anything, just enough to be able to navigate it. Because you don't get paid on knowledge, you get paid on getting to your destination. They find mentors to teach them and show them how to do it. They join groups or other people who want the same outcome and learn from them. You think of them as dumb because it makes you feel better, but they're actually playing a different game than you are, and they're winning. Life can be boiled down to how many maps to places you want to go that you have access to. Then it's just a matter of walking it. Here at Alux, we spend millions of dollars every year finding hyper-successful people and have them deconstruct on camera exactly how they built their fortunes and how they've scaled their companies. We built one of the largest private networks of high-net-worth individuals, all working together and learning from experts how to grow to 7, 8, 9 figures. Our only mistake was not charging thousands of dollars per year to have access to it because we wanted everyone to be able to afford it. Because look, we didn't have money for these kinds of tools when we were starting out. But that changes in a few days. If you want to look inside, go to Alux.com/app right now and download the app. With the upcoming launch of the Alux network in the app and this new multi-million-dollar investment in content, the price will be closer to $1,000 a year. But legacy accounts, meaning people with existing subscriptions or people who subscribe today, will stay on the existing plan until they cancel. So this is some insider info for you, okay? The subscribers of our channel. Go to Alux.com/app right now and get a yearly subscription so you lock in the current price. That's Alux.com/app. Number 6. Dumb people are pretty fun to be around. They don't have a stick up their derriere, okay? They laugh more often at themselves. They put you at ease. They don't take life that seriously, and this makes them a pleasure to be around. They say humor is the highest form of intelligence, but you wouldn't know anything about it. Dumb people get invited to places because of their vibe. They're charming, inoffensive, but more importantly, reliable. Say what you want about your friend group, but as we were saying, reliable, you know that in your circle there's at least one person who, although isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, will always show up for you. Your network introduces you to luck faster than your brain does. Smart people think that in order to eat cake, you need to learn to bake. Know recipes, get ingredients, buy an oven, all that. When in reality, you just need to be in the room when somebody is celebrating their birthday. This one will probably go over a lot of people's heads, so let's just move on. Number 7. They don't micromanage because they literally can't. When you don't know how to do something, you develop a superpower, convincing others to do it for you. This leads to networking, persuasion, and influence, all traits that make people rich. They hire people smarter than them and let them run with it. Companies that promote autonomy see up to 4x higher engagement and productivity. They're always in amazement about what others are doing for them. This actually reinforces behavior in the people they work with and leads to superior long-term results. Trust creates loyalty. Loyalty gets results. Results get promotions. And while smart people care all about the process, dumb people will fix it with duct tape and get it done. Number 8. They don't care what you think about them as long as you speak about them. Now here's something smart people don't know. Guess how shameless you have to be to become successful. Now, take that number you had in your mind and multiply it by 10. Now multiply it by 10 again. Yeah, shamelessness is a superpower, my friend. They don't care what you think about them because they believe in themselves. They believe they'll be rich and successful. They break the rules and get ahead despite you yelling at them. They show up loud and obnoxious just to be known for something, to be seen, to be remembered. Because the worst thing you can make yourself is forgettable. Being talked about boosts recall by up to 500%, even if the comments are negative. They don't wait to be found. They always have a pick-me attitude. And once they have the power, they use it to get themselves even more attention and power because you never know how long it'll last. Power you don't use, you lose. They do it because at the end of the day, success excuses almost everything. Once you make it, your path becomes the new road. First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. Number 9. They never overanalyze anything, so they move faster than you do. They jump on trends. They figure it out. By the time you've pulled out all your pencils, they've already cashed in on their first customer. Momentum beats perfection every single time. Overthinking kills more dreams than failure ever did. In today's economy, fast beats well analyzed. Early mover advantage usually results in more luck surface area, okay? They buy some Bitcoin when a friend mentions it. They invest in stocks because their subreddit is doing a thing. They use the cool new AI tool to ship something. And we think about this study a lot in our investment thesis. A study by McKinsey showed that early adopters capture up to 70% of total long-term value, while overthinkers not only are fighting for what's left, but are statistically 2 to 3 times more likely to miss opportunities. You need to fix your mindset if you want to win. As the legend Lightning McQueen puts it, okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed. Number 10. They're more than okay with mild success. Look, never overcomplicate life-changing success, okay? They find a little thing that works and they do it over and over again until it no longer works. You don't need to invent the next OpenAI to get rich when a pool cleaning company will make you a millionaire if you stick with it. They used to laugh at farmers, but now everyone wants a cash cow. If your standards or expectations are lower, good enough gets the job done and it gets you paid. People who set good enough goals are 31% more likely to achieve them. Stack that on top of the fact that businesses with simple, repeatable models have up to a 20% higher survival rate than innovative or complex ones, and you're golden, my friend. If something works, you don't need to perfect it, you just need to do more of it. Not to mention that every study shows that these people, the ones who have more than enough, are happier, live longer, and don't die with major regrets. Number 11. You only need to be smart 5 minutes when the timing is right, not your whole life. Right place, right time. Look, okay, a lifetime of IQ cannot compete with 5 minutes of decisive action when the timing is right. We've seen lifelong traders get outperformed by idiots buying anything and riding it up in a bull market. And speaking of timing, and look, this is going to piss a lot of people off. A study analyzing 200-plus companies found that timing was the single biggest predictor of success, even more than the idea, funding, or founder skill. Who knows if you'll ever get lucky or encounter such an opportunity again, so fuck it, okay? Risk it, grab it all right, and just see how it plays out. Number 12. Dumb decisions sometimes have unexpected byproducts like failing upwards. Have you ever heard the saying, a loud failure beats a quiet success? Well, the bigger the failure, the more others are willing to back you on your next attempt. Despite their grandiose failures, people like Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX or Adam Neumann of WeWork, they've got a line of investors ready to give them money for the next idea. Why? Well, because they just learned a multi-billion-dollar lesson. Do you know how hard it is to compete with a billion-dollar education? Dumb experiments still become data, and data might reveal unexpected paths forward. A personal example is investing super early in NVIDIA and AMD, because we were all in on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the networks required GPUs to mine the crypto. That was the initial thesis. Turns out building AI chips is the next frontier, and those stocks have skyrocketed. Number 13. The traditional path is too hard for them, so they look for the easy way. And sometimes it hits. Every major breakthrough started as someone avoiding the hard work. People don't just start businesses because it's easy. No, they do it because they think it'll be easier than whatever the traditional path is for them. 75% of entrepreneurs choose entrepreneurship to avoid traditional career paths. They float around in the realm of, there must be a faster way to do this, coupled with, if it looks stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. The easy way is only stupid until somebody gets rich doing it. Then everybody jumps on the wagon. They're also the ones finding all of the loopholes in the way that we structured society, so props to them. Number 14. Sometimes all it takes is doing it for a very long time. Look, either running a business or being the longest in a company usually gets you into a promotion just because of seniority. A boring business done for 10 years outperforms a genius idea done for 10 months before you jumped on to the next thing. This is the catch, though. If you can sell hot dogs by the corner for 10 years, you would have done well for yourself. Today, I learned that some hot dog cart operators pay up to $300,000 per year to be able to sell hot dogs next to Central Park, making $200 to $300,000 profit for the year. But good luck with your ChatGPT wrapper for dogs. Number 15. People remember how you made them feel, not what you do. Both brand and individual loyalty is emotional, not rational, because the most expensive gift you can give someone is a moment they'll never forget. A Harvard University study shows that emotional experiences are remembered up to 3 times more accurately than neutral ones. Showing up when they need you, even though it's not the smartest move, is the reason why most people keep the door open for you. We are emotional creatures, starved for emotional interactions. As long as you live, remember this, okay? Feelings outlive facts. That is how people get rich, how artists make platinum albums, how presidents are made, how history is written by the victors, and how the future is being built. We guarantee that if you were to rewatch this video right now, or at least save it and rewatch it at some other point, you'll have the realization that the people you think of as dumb aren't really that dumb. They're just playing a different game, and by your standards, they don't fit into the model of what you think success should look like. Now, as always, there might be something we missed here, so we're passing the question on to you. What would you add to this list? Why do dumb people get rich? Let us know in the comments, and hey, do us a solid and be sure to report some freaking bots taking over YouTube. And since you're one of the old school Aluxers that watch these videos until the very end, I saved a little bonus for you, okay? And today's bonus: they don't think that they're dumb. Sometimes they might play dumb, but they don't actually think of themselves as dumb. People act according to who they believe they are, not who they are objectively. So they behave differently, and that is the key. People treat you the way you treat yourself. Not knowing something and not being able to figure it out are 2 completely different traits. The truth is, we all start dumb. Dumb is the cost of playing the game, and the moment you realize that, you'll never think of yourself as dumb ever again. You don't need to know everything to start. See what awaits you, Aluxer. The beauty is that you can start whenever you want. You can start today after this video. Just assume that you're not going to be good at it. Simply start anyway. You'll make mistakes, you'll learn, and you'll be less dumb tomorrow than you are right now. And that's good. That is how it's supposed to be. If you're one of the few ones who watch this video until the very end, and for whom this year is the start of your next phase of your evolution, write the word START in the comments. It'll confuse the hell out of the newcomers, and we can easily tell you apart from the bots that flood the comments section. And on a personal note, thank you for being Aluxers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for downloading the app, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to serve you for another year. Cheers to many more to come.